Standing by for roll cleanup. Flying over the South Pacific, the Soyuz and the International Space Station beginning a southwest to northeasterly track that shortly will carry the two spacecraft over Chile at an altitude of 252 statute miles, just minutes away from entering an orbital sunset. Range 180. As you can see, the automated computers on the Soyuz currently conducting a roll of the vehicle. This maneuver enables the Soyuz to have its solar arrays oriented in the correct position for docking, just prior to the initiation of station keeping. Copy, Moscow. 180 meters, 180. 07 is the rate. And the Soyuz now has completed its braking, its roll maneuver now complete, and we're in station keeping. Station keeping right in front of the... This is likely to last only a couple of minutes. Everything should be assessed very quickly by the Russian flight controllers before they give the go for the initiation of the automated commanding for final approach. Yeah, we confirmed the final approach flag on the monitor. Copy and concur. Chelsea, get ready for final approach. Copy and work. Switching formats. Moving on to the other display. Moscow and station speaking at the same time. Do I need to manipulate AGC mode? Send the... Send the final approach command. It's been sent. Okay, copy. Now you... And wasting little time, we're on final approach. Station keeping was assessed by the Russian flight controllers here. Everything in great shape. The alignment is perfect. And the crew is now in the final steps and the final minutes before docking is completed. The International Space Station will be placed right before docking into what is called a free drift. That will disable all external thrusters from firing that would perturbate the ability of the Soyuz to dock cleanly with the poised docking port, and will facilitate the ability of the relative motion of the two vehicles to dampen out against one another so that the docking probe can be retracted. That, in turn, will initiate the closing of the hooks on both sides of the docking interface to form a hard mate. Do not. We're still 6 minutes away from eclipse, so do not activate the light. There was a lot of echo. We didn't copy. Repeat. What now? A bit better. Docking will not be occurring over Russian ground stations. The docking expected to occur over northern Brazil, and as such, the video of the approach of the Soyuz for its docking to the International Space Station is handled by U.S. communications assets. We'll be handing over between tracking and data relay satellite systems satellites here shortly for about a 1-minute loss of signal.
Yeah, just basically, follow your own discretion. If you feel like you need the light activated, go ahead and do it, by all means. Activate the light. Yeah, we're at about 100 meters, so I don't think it'll be all that useful, to be honest with you. Okay, we're going to stand off and not activate the light. We see the docking compartment, stable visual, we can confirm.
You see the Poisk module's docking port coming into alignment with the crosshairs on this external camera view that is being monitored not only aboard the Soyuz by Skvortsov and his crewmates, but by Mikhail Turin inside the Zvezda service module of the Russian segment of the station. Currently about 75 meters away from docking at a range of 47 meters, the Soyuz will conduct a braking thruster test, and the command will be issued to retract the core's automated rendezvous antenna.
Maybe you should go ahead and activate the light and see if it actually improves the visual of the target. Okay, and work. Okay, the light is on. Yeah, it's not really all that helpful. Yes, stand by. You're going to fly in a little closer, and then it'll become ever more useful. Okay. Учился? MCCM? Sasha, can you do some AGC modes switching from input 1 panel to potentially improve the picture? The antenna is retracted. It's ready. Yeah, we had a quick LOS there. Speaking at the same time.
And as planned, right on schedule, the core's automated rendezvous antenna has retracted. The Soyuz now about 40 meters away from docking.
The picture is frozen right now. So keep reporting, please. Can you speak slower, please? Because with all this echo, we're not really able to understand anything you're saying. Sash, we need your reports on the range and the rate because our visual is frozen right now. Copy. 015 is the closing rate. 35 is the rate. The range. Copy that. The range of 32 meters can be confirmed on the size of the docking compartment. 09er is the rate. The target is pretty much dead-centered.
Soyuz and the International Space Station currently flying over Chile, about to cross over northern Argentina.
05.
Олег, сейчас будешь выкручивать экран.
Oleg, you will be changing the settings on the monitor. I'll tell you one. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, we are confirming that the target is centered. Okay, range and rate, please.
Дальность 27 метров.
Range 27.
Скорость 0,1.
Rate 01. Copy that.
Мишень в центре, дальность.
Target is centered.
25 метров.
25 meters range. And that's confirmed based on the size of the docking interface. 01 is the rate. Copy all.
Все в норме.
Everything is nominal.
Good views of the Soyuz TMA-12M spacecraft. Its three occupants, Skvortsov, Swanson, and Artemiev, now monitoring their approach rate, which is down to about 1/10 of a meter per second, just 20 meters away from docking to the Poisk module.
Roll misalignment.
Так, ну и прошла инструкция, СВ готов за закрытие антенны.
And we just received a instruction to retract the antenna.
Понял.
Moscow unintelligible. We copy.
Ты ближний свет включал на фаре?
Нет.
Включи.
Oleg, did you activate the close range light? Negative. Go ahead and do that. Okay. Done. Copy. Very good.
Ну, мишень практически в центре.
The target is pretty much centered.
Так, Саш, мы опять вещим, давай дальность.
Okay. Sasha, we need your range and rate reports because the picture is frozen again.
Дальность 0,1, скорость 0,2.
Rate,
Получается,
I guess, up about 0, about 20 meters
клеткам.
based on the squares,
0,1.
and the rate is 0.1. Copy.
Картинка восстановилась.
All right, and the video is back on.
Понял, остановил.
Copy, Moscow.
По клеткам.
Based on the
Flying over Paraguay now, the Soyuz inside 20 meters to docking. Perfect approach rate of 1/10 of a meter per second. The automated rendezvous systems on the Soyuz precisely aligning the forward docking probe on the vehicle to the poised module docking port. Everything in preparation now for contact and capture momentarily.
Мишень в центре. Все в норме.
target is centered. Everything's nominal.
Принято, наблюдаем.
Copy. Copy and concur.
Скорость порядка, так, 0,1 есть.
Rate is about 0.1.
Так, ожидаем касания.
Standing by for contact.
Now just a handful of meters away, flight controllers here in Korolyov and in Houston standing by for contact and capture of the International Space Station.
Ожидаем касания.
Standing by for contact.
Есть касание.
We have contact. Confirming contact.
Contact confirmed, docking confirmed.
Moscow copies the.
Docking confirmed at 6:53 p.m. Central Time
We have mechanical capture.
as the International Space Station and the Soyuz flew 252 miles over southern Brazil.
Индикаторный режим. Есть цепка. Есть цепка.
We have indicator mode. We have capture confirmed.
Поздравляю, Джосси.
Congratulations, Josie. Now move on to page 6.8.
Спасибо за поздравления.
Thank you for the good words. Congratulations to you as well. Pressing on with the steps on page 6.8.
A flawless approach, a flawless docking for Skvortsov, Swanson, and Artemiev 2 days after they had launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Their fast-track approach to the station having been scrubbed because of an orientation attitude glitch in the onboard computers. However, with everything performing flawlessly since then, the trio now has arrived at the International Space Station and will spend the next 2.5 hours or so conducting leak checks and systems checks of their Soyuz vehicle before hatches will open so that they can be greeted by the current residents of the station, Expedition 39 Commander Koichi Wakata, NASA Flight Engineer Rick Mastracchio, and Russian cosmonaut Mikhail Turin. Again, docking occurring just a few minutes ahead of schedule at 6:53 p.m. Central Time, 3:53 a.m. here on Friday morning in Moscow. The docking occurring 252 statute miles over southern Brazil.
Okay, go ahead.
Так, посмотри на этот.
Okay, why don't you take a look at
На ИП. Да, Саш, по готовности мы записываем замеры.
Okay, we're standing by for data recording whenever you're ready. Okay, copy. We're about to deactivate infrared vertical and then shut off L2 supply and then be ready for that. Standing by.
Алекс, закрываем РПВ-1.
Oleg, go ahead and close RPV-1 valve.
Так, все, РПВ.
Copy, close. RPV-1 is closed.
Давай сейчас сделаем этот...
Now, let's go ahead and take the measurement on the MV. Guys, Sasha, can you hear me? Go ahead.
Да, слышу вас.
Go ahead, Moscow. With a lot of echo, but we read you, but with a lot of echo. Oh no. We have you with a lot of echo.
Саша, слышишь?
Sasha, do you read me? Hey, firm.
Саша, я тебя поздравляю, твой экипаж с выполнением первого этапа удачно.
Sasha, congratulations to you and your crew on having successfully completed the first part of your mission.
Ты знаешь, какое, не буду афишировать на весь мир.
And now, there's been a well-kept secret promise that will need to be materialized, and we're not going to be making it too well known, but you know what you need to do. You bet. Take care. Misha? Misha, this is the head of Roscosmos, and congratulations to you too. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, everybody on station saying congrats. So nice to have you. We're trying not to add to the chatter on the loops. Trying to minimize, our talk on the loops, but that doesn't mean that it's not so nice to have you arrived and almost there.
Так, давай, под ДМВ 58.0.
All right, 580 on the. You did 5630. Okay.
Those congratulatory words coming from the chief flight director here in Korolyov, Vladimir Solovyev, a legendary cosmonaut in his own right, and the head of Roscosmos, the Russian Federal Space Agency, Oleg Ostapenko, all Russian space officials here at the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov, monitoring the activities this morning as Alexander Skvortsov, the Soyuz commander, board engineer Oleg Artemyev, and NASA flight engineer Steve Swanson arrived flawlessly at the International Space Station on their backup 34-orbit 48-hour rendezvous scenario that led to a docking over southern Brazil at 6:53 p.m. Central Time on Thursday evening, 3:53 a.m. Moscow time here on Friday morning. And we have just received a confirmation from the visiting vehicle officer that the docking probe has retracted and the Soyuz hooks have closed at the Poisk docking port on the space-facing side of the Russian segment. So we now have a hard mate between the two vehicles, hooks now closed at 6:59 p.m. Central Time. The next step will be the initiation of the leak checks by the Soyuz crew on their spacecraft and by Mikhail Turin on the space station side of the Soyuz Poisk docking interface. These leak checks will take a couple of hours to complete, following by the pressurization of the small passageway that will lead from the Soyuz into the Poisk module. The opening of the hatches will be scheduled at about 9:55 p.m. Central Time, 6:55 a.m. here in Moscow. As soon as KU is available at that time, that will lead to the three new arrivals at the International Space Station, opening the hatch, being greeted by their three counterparts on board the station, Turin, Mastrakio, and Wakata, who is the station commander. All six then will move into the Zvezda service module to receive congratulatory calls from VIPs and family members who are gathering here at the Russian Mission Control Center and who have watched the proceedings unfold over the course of the last 2 days, culminating with a flawless docking by the Soyuz spacecraft to the Poisk module a short time ago.
And latch is retracted. Flag just came on display. How copy? Copy, latch is retracted. Oleg, why don't you go ahead and take the next measurement? Probe retracted.
The docking probe retracted. We have a hard mate between the Soyuz and the Poisk module docking interface. Again, hooks have been closed. Everything proceeding in good shape. The next step will be the crew on board the Soyuz performing leak checks before they begin to get out of their Sokol launch and entry suits, which they donned several hours ago for the terminal phase of this rendezvous. They will begin to deactivate some of the systems associated with the rendezvous activity. The Soyuz will be placed on external space station power for the duration of its stay, which will last until September 11th, when Skvortsov, Artemyev, and Swanson depart the International Space Station for their trip home and a landing in Kazakhstan.
Very good, very good.
Yes, yes. Very good, very good.
Участок Москвы, как меня слышите?
Utyosa. Moscow. How do you read? I got you loud and clear, homie. 5 by 5. Sasha, please issue Go4 command. And it works. I'm going to check TVS.
Выдана команда Г4.
Go4 command has been issued.
Понял, спасибо.
Copy. Thank you.
Так, ждем следующего замера давления 03-11-30.
And we're standing by for the next pressure measurement at 0311.
3-11-30.
Next measurement, what?
3-11-30 приняли. Через 15.
Utyosa, we need the next pressure measurement at 03-11-30. Copy, 03-11-30 for the next pressure measurement.
is Mission Control Korolyov, the crew aboard the Soyuz TMA-12M spacecraft working through their post-docking procedures. Once again, to recap, the crew on board this Soyuz vehicle, Soyuz Commander Alexander Skvortsov, NASA flight engineer Steve Swanson, and Russian flight engineer Oleg Artemyev launched 2 days ago from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan on what had been expected to be a fast-track 4-orbit rendezvous, as the 4 previous Soyuz crews had enjoyed. However, about 2 hours after launch, the Soyuz, in its maneuver into an orientation for a critical rendezvous burn to place them on that fast track for a swift 6-hour docking to the International Space Station. They did not quite get into the orientation in time. We're about 1 degree off, and as a result, the onboard computers scrubbed that burn, and the Soyuz automatically defaulted by the laws of orbital mechanics into a backup 34-orbit rendezvous scenario that is carried on every one of these Soyuz flights to the International Space Station. The Russian State Commission experts are involved in the final analysis of exactly what happened, but they believe it is well understood, and the Soyuz performed flawlessly over the course of the last 2 days in the backup rendezvous scenario that led to a docking flawlessly over southern Brazil a few minutes ago at 6:53 p.m. Central Time.
Like, why don't we move this out of the way?
So with the Soyuz and its 3 occupants safely docked to the Poisk module of the International Space Station, the next couple of hours will be devoted to leak checks between the Soyuz and Poisk docking port interface to ensure that we have a tight seal between the 2 vehicles that will lead to the pressurization of the small passageway or vestibule between the Soyuz and Poisk, and the eventual opening of the hatches to enable the 3 new arrivals at the station to greet the 3 current residents of the complex, Expedition 39 Commander Koichi Wakata, Rick Mastracchio of NASA, and Russian cosmonaut Mikhail Turin. We'll be back for all of that activity a little over 2 hours from now. We'll resume our coverage at 9:15 p.m. Central Time with hatch opening coverage. The actual opening of the hatch will be timed to our ability to have KU band downlink television communications from the International Space Station. The hatch opening itself expected around 9:55 p.m. Central Time, 10:55 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll be back with you in a couple of hours. Thanks for tuning in. A safe docking for the Soyuz TMA-12M spacecraft and its 3 crew members, now arrivals at the International Space Station. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you back here in 2 hours. This is Mission Control Korolyov.